live, so no swearing here.
Don't worry, Anthony's not here.
I'm the one that's the problem.
Oh, problem child.
Oh, how was that? I was like, what was that in my mouth?
Only you know what you put in there.
Saw that, and I was like, holy cow, what? And I took a drink.
Oh,
was like,
man.
Okay,
All right.
good.
All
My
right.
teeth look,
Live right now.
my teeth look whiter. I've been using my
Oh, yeah.
Toothpaste.
tooth whitening, the
Nice
carbon.
stuff.
Nice.
I drink so much coffee. I really got to fix that.
All right, everyone, we're rolling.
It's easy.
Oh, yeah. So we're live now? Is that
We
what I'm
are
hearing?
live.
All right. Well, I guess we are. So this is new for us,
Yeah.
but basically, let me just start this off like a normal podcast, and then we'll take
There you
it
go.
from there.
Do it.
Okay.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast. I'm Dane Hennen. To my right, Levi Gates.
Hello, hello, hello.
And to my left, Morgan McMurray.
Hello.
Because she killed Anthony and took his place, and you'll
Well,
never ever see him again.
I did.
So Anthony, so we're all like, me, Dane, and Anthony and Jeff are flying tomorrow to Orlando.
Yep.
Anthony, however, so it was great because Jeff got sick on like Thursday.
Yeah.
So your dad has been home
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday. He has not been in we haven't seen him since Wednesday. So he's been trying to fight a cold to not get us sick. I got over a cold during Christmas,
Yeah.
which was good. You have been hardy and good, strong
I just
constitution.
Expose myself to everything, so
Yeah,
if
okay,
I'm going to get a
that's one way to
super
do it.
virus, it's got to work pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'm not challenging anyone, though. Please don't send me, like, diseases. I
Yeah.
don't want them. No,
Dane's
thank
like,
you.
I got MRSA. I don't know how that happened.
What? Ebola?
And then Anthony, as we were saying earlier, was working on some sick beats this weekend.
So sick.
He's got an ear infection
Yeah.
and literally showed up this morning, his head pounding. He can't hear himself talk, basically.
Which is exactly what you want in someone who's a host.
Is
You know,
getting
right
ready
before
to,
you're about to go to...
and getting ready to fly on an airplane. So he, even though he went to the doctor yesterday and talked to the doctor and is on antibiotics and all that kind of stuff, he's going back to the doctor just to find out what precautions he can take before getting on a plane and getting to go into a pressurized capsule with a hurt eardrum.
all I
So-
can think is how awkward it's going to be if I try and run a Wash Wednesday by myself. Like, I'm going to put on the camera, and I'm going to go
I'll
and do
let
the
you
whole
borrow
thing.
some glasses, and you can pretend to be
God.
Anthony.
Maybe I'll just steal you, and I'll be like, this is Anthony. He
Your
looks a little
dad's
different,
stuck at
but
the booth by himself, like just not happy at all.
And it's going to be on Friday, which is like the busiest day.
Yeah. So needless to say, Anthony's home, getting better before we get on an airplane at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So
So
it's gonna
he
be
may not
super
be
great.
joining us directly, or will he? I wonder if he's going to be taking the same flight we do, or
We'll see.
yeah.
Well, we'll find out. We're checked in currently, so
Yeah.
we're good to go.
So.
So anyway, that's where we're at. So Morgan's sitting in on the podcast. Hooray! One of the fun things we're doing is because this is live, we're going to go around the horn. We'll talk about our normal main show stuff.
Yep.
And then maybe we'll open up to comments. So hopefully you guys are watching. Tim, I noticed the counter is not going. So
Oh my
you might
goodness, I
wanna...
see a whole different screen now. This is the
So-
beauty of live.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh, and it's
there we go.
back.
All right. So we'll go from there. So who wants
Yeah.
to take it? Dane, what did you do this weekend?
Oh, I worked. It's what I do. I come here, I work. And then, that's just during the week. And then on the weekend comes around, oh, wait, I still worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, that's not necessarily the best for everybody. But with this trip coming up, I wanted to make sure I had the gear out there charged, formatted, all that stuff. Because having gone on a few of these, I know very well the horror of finding out that you forgot to pack something, or you pack something, but you forgot like a piece or a
Yep.
part. And suddenly it
Did you
renders the
pack-
whole thing useless.
Have you packed a case of batteries? Or is that something
no.
that we can pick up?
I am not
On the
packing
way to the
batteries
house.
this time because
Good.
I don't want
Good.
anybody going through TSA security looking like
Well-
they're hauling around a bandolier.
Reminder, the government's shut down right now. So
So
nobody's...
what you're saying is now is the time.
No, TSA is not getting
No.
paid to do...
Yeah.
They're not being paid right now.
They're probably pissed about that.
So we want
yeah.
to make it as easy as possible
yeah,
on them.
absolutely.
That-
and we actually know some folks who work there.
in
so-
Idaho, yes.
Yeah,
So hopefully we'll be all right.
yeah.
But yeah, that'll be not fun, though.
No.
I feel sorry for them. So I'm glad you're not packing batteries.
No
Thank you.
batteries this time. I mean, the batteries that are like rechargeable that are built into the devices, I can't help that.
Yeah.
It's like microphones and stuff. But no big long boxes of Costco AA
Very
batteries.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
just
good.
Great
yeah.
choice.
It looks bad.
All right, so you're getting all our cameras packed
Right.
up, everything in our
And I'm
travel
going to be doing
cases.
that long after you guys leave today. I'm going to be making sure I got everything packed up. The hard part is if Anthony's going to be a little behind us, well, I guess, my dad can carry the third
Yeah.
case because we each get a Pelican case with like camera gear, and that's like the move. So I want to make sure that
Yeah,
can
we'll
still happen.
check our regular bags and then we'll carry on a
Yeah, and we'll have like a
Pelican.
backpack plus the
Pelican.
carry-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
Which is-
what's happening over here. That was basically my weekend. I didn't really
getting
do
everything
anything
charged. Nice.
other than that, and just watching YouTube and stuff. It's been a pretty low key time.
Nice.
So
Morgan, what'd you do?
I went to Ulta and I went to the mall. I actually saw Levi at the mall.
She did. I was buying
that was
boots.
funny.
It was funny. And so I went to the mall, and then another thing that took up a big chunk of my weekend was grocery shopping, because
That's life.
Part
You
of
know?
being an adult.
Yeah.
yeah. So when I go grocery shopping, I like to plan what I'm gonna make, and then just buy this specific stuff for
Everything you're gonna
that
make.
instead of just going and just buying whatever I want, because otherwise
Yeah.
I just feel like I waste so much. So it takes me so long to scroll through Pinterest and
Well, it's strategic,
out your
right?
recipes.
yeah. And so I did that. I planned for a good 2 hours of back and forth checking my phone or
Yeah.
whatnot, and
So-
then
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Are you guys when you buy groceries,
Mm-hmm.
do you buy groceries for the month or do you buy groceries for that week?
typically the week.
Okay.
Yeah. I trust more to the week because apart from something like, milk or something like that, something with an expiry date, usually not trying to go too far ahead just because I'm a very, not planner kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm go with the flow.
That's how I am too.
So I'd rather not risk it by getting something that's just going to go bad.
I always
yeah.
I always wanted to be because my dad was the guy that when we went grocery shopping, he would do a month.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm buying for a month, and then once it's gone, it's gone. And we don't go grocery shopping again. You eat everything that's left in the pantry and the
Well,
fridge.
generally speaking, folks like that have since gone to food storage and all these other
Yeah.
long-term solutions because that's the mindset. It's
Yeah.
like,
But we
it's,
didn't do-
not everybody's
he-
a prepper, but
so
they're
he
working
always
their way.
wanted to do food storage, but food storage for my dad consisted of 5 bags of tortilla chips.
Ah.
Well,
and
and jars of oatmeal.
Yeah.
Like the tubs of oatmeal, 5 of those. That was, but it wasn't I've seen proper food storage setups where people are
Yeah.
I got a year's worth of groceries.
But
I'm
I mean,
that's
we
pretty
all
impressive.
knew someone who did canning.
Yeah, yeah. Or they always had jars
the,
of stuff.
The lady at the church who has all the
Yeah.
that's usually a thing. But at least around
Yeah.
here, it's the canning, it's the preserves,
Yeah.
it's the whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
my
I'm
aunt and uncle
not that way.
make jam. That's
Yeah.
their thing, and it's the most amazing jam you've ever had in your life. And I'm
Homemade
not
jam is
just
so
saying that,
good.
but it is
No, literally.
holy, and it's coveted in
Yeah.
our family. They fight over who gets these
Yeah.
limited little jars, and
Yeah.
that's it. A little mason jar. That's what you get
Yeah.
for the year
Yeah. No,
if you're good.
It is. So for those of you that are looking for something to give
Yeah.
next year for Christmas, get into jams.
Yeah.
Make yourself some jams. Anyway,
Seriously.
sorry to digress.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
you're good.
continue your
So-
weekend.
So just grocery shopping, which obviously takes forever, and then there was the cutest old man on the other side at Winco who was loading his groceries in, and he was just going so slow, and I loved
Oh.
him. And so I was bagging the groceries, across from him, and then so he finally picked up the last bunch of bananas and put them in the bag, and I was like, "You did it!" And he was like, "Yeah, now I have to go home and unload them all again," and I was like, "You're
I have
so
to do the whole
cute."
process in
Like,
reverse.
he was
That's
just
awesome.
so
Oh, no.
sweet, and I was like, I would help you, but I'm not coming back to your
Part
house.
part of me hopes in some alternate universe a similar situation happened, but it was the guy had a wheelchair access van or something, and it lowered itself. He's like, I got bags too.
Yeah. He's like, yeah,
Yeah, he's not the only stance kid here.
yeah. So that was pretty much my weekend, just doing
Yeah.
adult things.
Yeah.
Nice. I did the same kind of thing. I always try to either front load a trip or back load a trip with family stuff. So we
Yeah.
kind of try and do stuff. So you guys remember before we went to SEMA, we did a quick weekend trip down to Utah to do stuff with the family and vice versa. Because my wife and I always try to prep the kids that I'm going to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing we noticed with our children is if we explain Dad's going to be gone for 6 days, they're in great shape. So when my wife went to Utah or to Disneyland, it was like, Mom's going to be gone for 5 days.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but my kids like have a switch they turn on and they're like angels for like that time period for both of us. So, but we also noticed if we don't prep them, they are absolute nightmares.
Yeah.
It's weird. So,
Really?
so one thing we try to do is plan a weekend like to do stuff. So
Sure.
Saturday, woke up, my parents came over and took my kids to Home Depot to do every first Saturday they do a kids workshop. My kids live for it.
Yeah.
So this month, I had my dad and my stepmom take them. So that was cool. They left their dog, their corgi. So Millie is her name. And Millie and Watson got to play in the backyard together. And it was funny to watch the two of them because they're both little corgis. So they did that. I went and picked up a car to detail and worked in my garage on an Acura TL. Yeah. For my buddy Wayne, just a quick one step.
Just that white one that was really clean you were talking about doing? Yeah.
Yeah, very clean car. My buddy Wayne keeps his cars immaculate, but he loves running them through a car wash. And when I mean immaculate, like he was like, dude, the inside is trashed.
And then
So
you look
bad.
and you're like, where?
Yeah, I opened up one door and there was a puppy snarfle on the glass. That was it.
Oh.
Just
The rest
a
of the
little-
car was-
a little nose print.
Yeah, nothing like floor mats aren't dirty, nothing, seats aren't dirty, nothing. There's just one snarfle on the glass, and he's like, dude, it's hammered.
Oh my God,
Yeah, and
it's
I was
so
like,
bad.
yeah. So black leather interior, black interior, white exterior. So realistically, I just had to one step it, get some of the car wash scratches out, threw some bead maker on it, called it good. Cleaned the interior, went through, wiped down everything again, blew out, there was some little bit of dog hair in between the seats and
Yeah.
stuff, but he keeps his car spotless. So, and he's like, I need to put this away for winter. He took the wheels off before I picked it up and cleaned the
geez.
barrels.
Oh my God.
Like very
Hold on, let me
thorough.
do your job for you.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I got the barrels for you. I was like, thanks, awesome. So,
There are detailers out there who won't even do that.
yeah, so I detailed that.
Barrels.
And then while I was working on it, Dennis Davis, those of you that are friends with Dennis on Facebook, Dennis is 77 years old.
Always look forward to his comments.
Really, really great guy. Just started detailing this last year out of his garage. He was a buddy of mine who used to come by my shop and ask me questions and check stuff out, and always rolled up in the cleanest Buick around.
Right?
And
Yeah, it is.
Started picking up stuff. He'd buy things from me. He'd buy a couple products, and I'd give him a bottle of this for $10 or whatever. I'd help him get started. Then he went and bought a little Harbor Freight polisher. Well, yesterday he brought over his new hybrid.
Yeah.
And he's like, do we need to use this? But he followed me around, and yes, we did a one step on this car.
Nice.
And me and him were
With
talking.
an hybrid, the whole thing.
No, we did. I used my 15.
Oh.
I used a orange HDO pad, and I used the last cut. And I said, "You ready to do this?" And he sat and watched, and we timed it. And I polished the whole car. He followed behind me, wiping it down, and we talked. He'd ask questions while I was working and stuff, and we talked. It took me 30 minutes
Yeah.
to do it. And that's him following me around with thing, and then we wiped the car down again one more time, and then I laid bead maker on it. We did the windows, finished everything up, and we were done on the outside. So literally we had the car polished and protected, total maybe 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Not bad. He kind of learned. He was like, man, all right, I see what you're doing. This is, he got to understand. So it was fun to hang out with Dennis. So Dennis, if you're listening, that was awesome, dude. Thank you for coming over, spending some time. My wife went shopping with her sister and got a bunch of stuff. And then we went back to the mall, and that's when I saw Morgan. But pretty nice. Then Sunday, we took the kids up in the Suburban. We went and found some snow again, only this time I had sleds in the back.
I saw that. Where are you?
We went up to Grimes Creek,
Oh.
or as I pronounce it, Grimes Creek.
Crick.
There are creeks in the floorboards, but there's a creek in the mountains.
That's right. I was going to say, don't worry, guys, in the comments. We acknowledge
Yeah,
you.
we see you
see
guys.
you there.
We
We're,
see you.
We're going through our weekends, and then if you guys got questions for us, I know it's not a Q&A, but go ahead and think stuff up. Start
Yeah.
throwing it in there, and we'll
Yeah.
get to it as soon as
Yeah.
we're done going
But
around the horn. This is all new to us.
Yeah, so we, but it was good. So Took the kids up, took the dog. Kids had a blast. Dog had a blast. Who knew corgis are snow dogs? He was blasting through the snow. It was great. But yeah, they had fun. My wife, in one of the videos I posted on my private Instagram, she took a tumble trying to catch one of the kids while she was recording it.
Whoops.
And then there's one in one of the videos she's recording of me where I almost took out Augie.
Oh.
He jumped out at the last minute behind the tree when I was coming down the hill. And because he just kept doing that. And we kept saying, like, do not jump out in front of someone in the sled.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he went after me, and I had to move my foot out of the way so I didn't kick him in the face
Oh.
as I was coming in hot.
Yeah.
So if you're friends with me on my private Instagram, you can check that out.
True. For all our
I might post it today on my public one just because it's a
It was good
pretty
stuff.
sketchy video.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway, so that's what we did. It was great. And then today came into work. Gonna try and finish out the day after this.
Yeah.
Go home and just kind of hang out with. I think my wife and I'll probably go do something because the kids are in school.
Yeah.
And then pick the kids up from school and just kind of. Augie wants to watch Iron Man 2 today with me. He said so. We'll do that and then pack and get ready and wake up at 3 a.m.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably just not gonna sleep tonight. I'm just gonna stay up, pack my stuff, and be like, well, it's 3 a.m. Guess I know where I have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to that. That's I think it's hard. Like
I'm looking forward to when we get there, but it's the process that may or may not be the
so
most fun.
one of those trips, I was late.
Yeah.
I woke up like I swear, dude. One day, like you
Oh,
and
I remember that.
we had to
Yeah.
be there. And like I still beat you guys.
Which trip was that?
I don't remember, but it was
Denver?
maybe it was. I think it was. I had to we had to leave early, and we were all meeting at the airport at like 5 or 6 or whatever. And hey guys, so we do see all the comments.
Yep,
we'll get
yep,
on
we
them in
see
a
you guys
sec.
coming in.
Matt,
Don't worry.
I'm sorry you're sick, dude. That sucks.
That is not fun.
But yeah, I woke up. I set my alarm for like 3 a.m. because I had to get an Uber and stuff to get pick up. And so I usually what I do is I get up and I check Lyft or Uber, whoever I'm taking.
Sure.
Make sure there's someone because guys, remember we live in Boise. We're not a big city, so hopefully they're available on a Tuesday morning at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Someone's driving. One of the times I called, the guy was 45 minutes out before my pickup.
Hi, I'm in Caldwell. It's gonna be a minute before I'm there.
No, he said, I'm on State Street. I'm like 10 minutes away. And I said, I see you. Estimated arrival time is 42 minutes. And he's like, I'm hustling. And I was like, okay, I have a flight. Do I need to cancel this and change? And he's like, no, I'll be there. He did. He showed up in 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Like
yeah.
it was funny to watch his thing like jump, like as I was tracking him.
He's going like 90
Yeah,
on
yeah.
stage, like, oh, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. So I was
Make a
impressed
whole
by it.
$7.
Yeah. So I gave him a tip. I gave him a good tip
Yeah.
when he got me there. But
Deservedly so.
But that is a fear of mine. So
Yeah.
that's the first thing I do when I wake up is check, make sure there's someone there, and then try and pretend to kind of select because you can kind of preview it and see.
Yeah.
And that way I know. So,
Yeah.
but so going back to my story, I woke up. I remember I slept through my alarm. All of a sudden, I woke up to Augie coming into our room, and I was like, like woke up, and it was like 5:30,
Yeah.
and I had to meet you guys at the airport at like 6, and I was like, and I hit the thing. There was a dude 7 minutes away. I got dressed. I had grabbed my bag. I had everything. Thankfully, I was already packed, ready to go. I had all my stuff. Like all I had to do is put my clothes on, brush my teeth, throw my stuff in my bag, and go. But I was like running full bore
Yeah.
to get, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late. Like I couldn't believe that I was like that.
I can't be the
close.
late guy. It can't
And it
be
wasn't,
me.
and it wasn't like 5:30. It probably was more like 5:40.
Yeah.
Like enough that I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. Like
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be late. You guys are gonna be waiting. Like
I
'cause
forget
we
what
were
trip
cut-
that was, but I remember.
We cut it close that day
Yeah.
because your parents had to go back or something, and your dad was running late. And it
Yeah, the
was
flight
like,
was leaving in like 20 minutes, and we were just getting to the line.
Yeah, and your dad finally pulled up, and we were like, "Holy crap! All right, let's go." So
But then-
everything was good.
This
but-
is like a horror story for anybody at any other airport. They wouldn't have made it, but because it's Boise, we show up and they're like, "Yeah, sure, okay,
Yeah.
come on through. You got about 5 minutes." And they say 5 minutes like it's not a big deal, you know, because it's not around here generally speaking.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but we were hustling. We were trying to get over to the thing. But yeah, it was funny to go like, "Oh my gosh, I can't." So that is my fear. So tonight I'm putting up multiple alarms
Yep.
to wake up at 3:30.
So let's see. Remind me again. When do we have to?
The flight leaves at 5.
Okay, so that means being in line by like 4:30. Got to make sure that happens.
We need to be at the airport like 4:30.
Yeah. Okay. I was originally going to have Liz drive Anthony and I, although with Anthony in his current state.
You'll just have to
I don't
find
know.
out. I'll have to
Yeah.
check on him and see. But
So.
anyway, so that's where we're at. So
Yeah. So
we're
that's what's
excited.
going on.
So we're headed down to Mobile Tech. Hopefully we'll see a lot of you guys down there.
Yeah.
We're going to try and hit Disney World tomorrow with Anthony's sister. So are you going to get your Disney shirt?
Wait, tomorrow.
Or Wednesday, I mean.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes, see you there, AM.
Yeah. So, and our homie Alan Medcraft from Scotland's going to be there.
It's coming all the
And
way over.
details,
Say hi.
Yeah. So we're going to, it'll be fun. We're excited to do that. We'll do
Yeah.
that. And then our house is right around the corner from the convention center.
Makes it pretty
And
easy.
we got a whole bunch of stuff. I had an IDA meeting
Yeah.
this morning about all this stuff. So
Jason sent me a shot list of all the stuff
Oh,
I'll be
nice.
doing while
Good.
I'm there, so I'm going to be a busy boy.
there we go. All
busy,
right.
busy.
Well, let's hit some of these questions. I can't read the tops, but hello. I assume it's Adam and Matt
Yeah,
at the top
looks
there.
like it. I think they're just mostly going, whoa, what's
commenting.
this? 'Cause
Whoa,
this is
crazy.
new. Yeah.
So Matt, yeah, I saw you just picked up some Fisherman's Friends. Enjoy them. They break stuff loose inside your head, which is awesome. Hopefully it'll help. Tried to offer Anthony one. He said no. So he
Well,
doesn't
I'm glad
know
he
what he's
didn't reach in
missing.
the bag, because then it means it's safe for me to grab
That's
it in
right.
the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't want icky Anthony germs.
No.
cool. So anyway, good luck, guys. Hope you guys feel better. Adam, how's it going? Hope you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
All right, Red Eye Adventures. I think I have an addiction to Beadmaker in the Eagle 500. That is probably the best addiction you could have.
You can't go wrong there.
I agree.
So,
You can't.
because realistically, like, hopefully you won't go homeless because of it, or lose your job, or lose your
Right.
wife
Yeah,
and
I mean,
family.
Addiction is a serious matter.
Yeah,
So.
but so I think that's probably a good addiction.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Matt, preach. That's right. Hello, Richard. How's it going, man? Would you rate Sonax Perfect Finish one of the best to use? I would say a lot of people love it. I don't use it personally, so I don't have any. I've used it before in the past, and it's worked in the situation that I used it in, but I'm with Matt. I wish in that situation I didn't have Sonax Perfect Finish and that I had Hyper Polish. And
the go-tos always seem to be, at least for us, are the Last Cut and Hyper Polish.
yeah.
That's really all
Yeah.
we've needed in most cases, but
And in case you're wondering what I was in and ruusing, it was when I was working on Matt Mormon's Honda S2000. Well, that's all we had, a yellow Rupes pad.
it was amazing to hear
It's
you
so
tell
nice,
the
perfect
story of
finish.
detailing that car, because it was a bear.
It was a
everything
bear.
You said.
Yeah. And so in that situation, I was like, if only I had an orange HDO and Hyper Polish, this would work.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So, by the way, guys, I'll just restate for those who are listening, don't know what's going on. This is the first time we've ever on the Rag Company podcast channel done a live stream. And basically what we're trying to do is kind of get more into the mindset of like, hey, it's fun to do live stuff because then we can incorporate the audience.
Yep.
So basically, we're going to keep doing the main show the way we normally do, but then the second half, just to kind of keep conversation spurred, is going to be like check and see what's going on in the comments, and then we can incorporate that into the conversation. Should be kind of fun. And if you're wondering right now, sorry, Anthony's gone.
Yep.
Been replaced by Morgan.
Yep.
Never to be seen again.
Anthony's sick.
Just kidding,
at
he's
home.
sick.
So he's
Right
trying to get
before a
better
trip.
right before a trip. So yeah, so anyway, we just kind of went around the horn, talked about our weekends, just like we do on a regular
Yep.
main show, and now we're just thinking, why not do live, see what we got?
And I
So-
want to give an advance apology to Hans, who I told
yeah,
we were going to be unboxing all his stuff today. With Anthony out of the picture right now, I don't think it's fair to do it without him. So when we come back from the trip,
Next
we're
week,
going to
Hansi
do
will
that
take care
next
of it
week,
for
and
you.
we will make sure. Because Come on, Hans. You know you want Anthony to be a part of that,
Of course.
I mean, Morgan's great and all, but we
Yeah.
got to have Anthony, too.
Gotta have Anthony.
She
Wait,
needs someone to pick on.
Are you guys back Monday? Like a
We
week?
fly back Monday,
Yeah.
so we'll be back in the office on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We'll try and do some live stream stuff from like our phones
Yeah.
when we're there and things,
Yep.
but it'll be kind of.
and like we said, AM Details is on here as
Yeah.
well, and Alan is going to be flying out tomorrow.
I was
as
gonna
well,
say, is he
think.
flying there right now? I
He
don't
might
know.
he might be flying later tonight or first. You
He
know,
might be at
first
the
thing in
airport
morning.
watching this right
You
now.
never
I don't know.
So yeah, he's going to be headed out, and he's going to be at Mobile Tech with us, hanging out, as he said, IDA podcast. Let's hang out, yeah, dude.
We'll do that.
So that'll be fun. Matt, tell Anthony to take Mucinex D. Literally just left the doctor, and that's what he told me
That's
to do.
my go-to, and it
Yeah.
works really well.
We should probably text him and tell him that so he can get some. So the
Mucinex
must-see
D.
class at Mobile Tech.
Yours?
Mine. First thing in the morning. I think 8 o'clock.
Wait, what's your class though?
It's Microfiber explained.
Because of course, what else would he talk about?
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk Microfiber. He leaves the UK Wednesday at 6:40 a.m.
Oh.
So still a day to wait. Okay. But yeah, so we so that'll be fun.
Mhm.
So we'll hit that. Question. Other than my class, Ivan always does some really good classes.
He's always a wealth of knowledge of stuff.
There's
for
a
sure.
ton of really great people that are going to be teaching classes this year. So, Alan, you're just going to have to look at the log and pick the ones you want. So I'm just excited to have you up there. We're going to hang out. Friday night is the IDA big party. So hopefully you guys can be there for that.
Wait, which night is that?
Friday night.
May or may not.
Looks like I'll be filming with my phone or something to
Well,
calculate
I'm gonna
our
leave you with the
party.
camera.
Yeah.
The hard part for me is like when I have like those special cases.
That's
and
the
I gotta
IDA
film
awards
the
too.
Wash Wednesday thing. I got to be able to do that,
Yeah.
and that's why
So-
we bring the team so we can split up and be able to cover all
Thursday night is the RT meeting. Friday night is going to be the actual like IDA award dinner banquet. That's where everybody gets announced who's the new co-chairs and all that, what the different committees are doing.
Which Jason explained to me. I would need to know some of those people's changing positions because if I'm making their orientation video for them, I need to know that stuff.
Yeah.
And I won't know until
Right.
we choose them.
Yeah. So and then afterwards is our Founders Club meeting.
Yeah.
IDA Founders Club meeting. So that'll be so this is a big deal for the IDA, Mobile Tech. It's kind of where we try and get a lot of business done at the beginning of the year and kind of get it started. So again, one of the cool things, if you are an IDA member, please sign up for a committee this year and do your part. Literally, there's monthly meetings, usually in the morning for about a half hour to an hour through GoToMeeting. It's free, simple. But this way you get to kind of hang out and talk. So it'll be a good time. Yeah. All right, so let's get through some of these questions here. By Stolix, Levi, on the last Q&A, you mentioned not to use dryer balls when drying microfiber towel. What is the reason for that? Just curious. Thanks. Do you guys know the answer as to why I said that?
I remembered this coming up because Sydney asked it
Yeah.
on Facebook, and it became like a whole back and forth thing. So, you know, I'm going to be honest, I blanked on it. There was a reason just because I don't like having the introduction of like, in her case, hers were like wool, weren't they?
Yeah, she makes her
Wouldn't
own.
they introduce more
She makes her own wool.
fabric into the mix that you don't want to get
Kind of.
mixed in?
Yeah. What do you think, Morgan?
Well,
Dryer balls in with
so
microfiber
dryer
towels.
balls, like there's a lot of different kinds. Like, are we just talking like a plain like?
Talking about a plain rubber one.
Okay. So not like
Or-
one of those ones that release fabric softener liquid?
Yeah, just a plain
Okay.
dryer ball to beat up the fabric.
I would say just because it beats up the fabric. Like you just
Yeah.
don't want to. You just don't want to wear them. You know, wear them out any more than you have to.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything you can't achieve by shaking them a little.
That's my reasoning.
Okay.
And you guys got to remember microfiber is a bunch of little tiny fingers and hands. They're always going to be grabbing stuff. If you throw another type of fabric in with them, they will take everything off of that fabric. They will pull that fabric apart.
Yeah.
Hence, they get clogged with lint and things like that. With something like a rubber ball that is in the thing to tumble and help soften the fabric, you've got to remember that the microfiber is doing its job trying to pull rubber.
Yeah.
It's going to try and take texture from that rubber off of it. That's going to be its job. And you're putting it in something that is now spinning So it's causing a sort of friction
Yeah.
that is not necessarily good for the towels to endure. Now,
If you're introducing heat, that's a whole other
and if you're
problem, too.
inducing heat, you're screwing everything up. But mostly is you just don't want to beat the towels up any more than they already are. The friction they're creating themselves, trying to dry and tumble, is increased by those balls.
Yeah.
Now, Sydney makes her own wool, or has those wool dryer balls. I don't know if she makes them, but she said that's what she uses. Those are fine for regular fibers, and if they're not messing up her towels, then she's good. But she also did state she changes out her towels a lot.
Yeah.
She's not using the same set of towels. So they
I
probably
suspect the story would change if she was trying to
over
reuse
the long,
same
yeah, if
set.
she was trying to reuse them, and let's say she had a shop on her own, not in her home, and she wasn't using her home washer and dryer.
Sure.
I think that would change more, and if she had a bunch of employees and things, that wouldn't be induced. So
Yeah.
I just say don't use them plain and simple because you don't want to beat them up any more than they need to. So,
There's always an exception to
Yeah.
every rule, but at the same time, if you don't need to, don't
Yeah.
do it. There's no benefit that you can't get from just shaking
yeah.
towels.
So that's the biggest thing. So that's where we're at. So sweet, excited to. So that's where we're at. So there we go. AMD. I hear your products are coming to the U.S. That is correct. And Alan's got some stuff going, so that'll be cool. Great info. Thanks, guys. And Matt, yep, leave tomorrow. Head to the States. Sweet, excited to try it. I leave the U.K. Wednesday, 6:40 a.m. So for me, still a day to wait. I'm sorry,
There's the
brother.
answer.
Yeah, Anthony should be there too since he's always eating.
Yeah.
I may steal a Stroop waffle for the flight.
But the flight will give you one.
Maybe. It's
They
Delta.
are the best
They
thing
don't. They don't
that the
always
flights
put them on
give.
there. They give us Biscoffs. So,
that is disappointing.
but I am bringing
Stroop
some of the
waffle,
Biscoff
swear that.
dippers.
Oh yeah.
Bought 2 little boxes last night, 2 little packs last night. Put in my carry on. So
He knows what's up.
Yeah. So, land Orlando Wednesday USA time 4:00. Nice. So. AM Details answer. Thanks, guys. I have Tasha with me too. That'll be awesome. So we
Nice.
can attend 2 classes each and then collaborate. Perfect.
Done.
There's like 5 classes an hour. So
Yeah.
it's pretty rad.
I'll have all the gear to do like in the field kind of podcast with a
Yeah.
field recorder and stuff.
And like I said, we're right around the corner from the convention center. So quick, easy Uber trip or something that we need to do or whatever. So
oh, by the way, yeah, that is something to mention that it's in a different location this year. This is in like the original location.
no, it's in the
Or is it
Orlando
the-
Convention Center.
No, I mean like they did it the year before. That's what I mean by original.
No, yeah.
Or-
So it's been in 3 different. So the first place that Jeff and I did it at
that was this place.
was no, it's a
Oh.
different place. This is total. There's
Huh.
so it's been in a different location the last 4 years in a row.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's not the same spot.
Here I thought it was a similar thing, but no.
Nope.
Okay.
So anyway, so it'll be interesting to see this one. So hi guys from the UK, Steve
Yeah.
Davies Auto Detailing. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, Hans, you're right. Can you mention a recommended dryer? We need to look at purchasing some new tech. Dude, I am the worst person to ask that question for. I buy old school dryers off of Craigslist, which is like a,
It
sure
it
you
is
have
kind
in
of
the
a
UK.
pastime here,
So.
like whether it's Craigslist or whatever the local equivalent of that is over there.
They have
I know-
Craigslist in the UK.
Well, I know, but sometimes there's a more popular platform.
Yeah.
Like up in Canada, it's at Kijiji.
Or like in
whatever.
Utah, there's KSL.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Nobody uses Craigslist in Utah. They
It's
use
like
KSL.
the move.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, you got to know your possible setup. But, yes, possible podcast recording with Alan. We will
Yep.
do that. Yeah, absolutely. As far as that goes, though, yeah, there's like cottage industry, people who basically take old appliances, fix them up with new parts, and then sell them again. They just flip them. It's a whole thing. And
Yeah,
it's-
there's those used stores, and I bought a dryer from there.
And generally speaking, turns out fine.
Yeah, well, and I'm not ashamed to say this, but I have rebuilt a dryer from the ground up,
Ooh.
all new parts.
Dang.
New barrel, even?
Yeah,
Whoa.
so I'm cool like that.
Okay. Well,
So
he's
I am
flexing on
a
us.
I am a certified dryer repairman.
Oh my gosh.
repair
so-
man.
No, what it was I got a dryer from a friend who said, dude, this is brand new. It's an amazing dryer. Here you go. I put it in my house. We tried running stuff. My wife's like, this thing sucks. It's not drying any of the clothes.
Was it 220 or?
no, it was just wasn't drying clothes.
Oh.
So she's like, maybe the vent's clogged. And I was like, I don't think so. I walk outside. Yeah, it's not clogged.
No.
Now, mind you, it's on a second story. I did not climb up on a ladder to check.
Yeah.
So what do? I go online and I order every single replacement part needed to rebuild this dryer.
Oh my gosh.
Now in my brain, I'm immediately going, which is more expensive, buying a new dryer or buying all the parts
I got this
necessary
dryer
to...
for free.
Okay,
and
so
the
that's
parts,
a good place to start.
Parts were actually extremely inexpensive.
Oh, here I thought they were going to be pricey.
I only spent about $60 on parts.
Okay,
And
now
major
we're
parts.
talking.
And major parts, right?
Huh.
So I replaced
it'd
everything.
be
I
more
watched
expensive.
I sat and watched a YouTube video. I replaced everything on it.
Huh.
Got it all done on a Sunday. Here you go, babe. Threw everything in.
Look at you.
I was pretty proud of myself. I was like, look at all this. Look at what I did. Look at my handiwork.
Yeah.
I feel so tough. And all of a sudden,
Uh-oh.
none of the clothes are dry again.
Oh, no.
So it was the vent, wasn't it?
So my wife goes, pretty sure it's the vent. And I was like, no, I saw it. It was fine. I replaced everything. Like, like, what the heck? Like, I'm looking back. I'm like, I missed something. Like, there's something. And my wife's like, pretty sure it's the vent. She goes, did you get up on a ladder and actually check to make sure there's nothing clogging the vent? And I was like,
Oh, boy.
no, I did not. And she goes, so you just spent $60 on parts and an entire day rebuilding a dryer, and you didn't take 5 minutes to put a ladder, climb up, and check and make sure look inside the vent to make sure there's nothing clogging it, like a bird's nest, right? And
Was
I'm
it a
like,
bird's nest? Because if it
No.
was, okay.
and I said, that's impossible. I put a cage over the vent so it keep birds out, because we did have birds at one time nesting in there. And she's like, maybe the cage is blocking the vent hole. And I was like, no, because we've been washing clothes for 6 months. But, I was being a
What she's
typical
saying is,
man.
stop making excuses and just go look at it.
That's what she said. So I humbly, tail between my legs, walked outside, grabbed a vent. I said, can you run the dryer, please? She goes, okay. She turns the dryer on. I go back up, I climb the ladder, I get my drill out, I take the cage off. As soon as I take the cage off, it's just air, just blowing like crazy. I put the cage back on.
You just got a face
All the
full
air
wet.
stops. I look at the cage because the cage is the same color. It's painted
Yeah.
to match the dark gray that our house was. It's got all the lint in it, and it has started to suffocate the vent.
It just gave it a
But
nice
from down
coat.
below, all
big
I see
furry
is the
coat.
cage lines, and I'm like, yeah, it's wide open, because I'm just looking through the cage,
Yeah.
seeing the wall,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, yeah, it's clear. No, that was lint. It was all dark gray lint.
Oh,
no.
The same color as my house. So I was like,
Okay. You
literally
win.
pull out a ball of lint, put the cage back on. It's blowing hot air, like you can smell.
Now
When
you got
someone's
me
got their
wondering.
dry.
I'm going to go home and
Dude,
check mine.
Yeah.
I was so like, I walked back in and I was like, I will never doubt you again. I am so sorry. She's like, should have listened to me. So anyway, I learned how to replace a dryer. So now, dude, I don't have a problem fixing stuff in a dryer. It's a piece of cake
Right.
because it doesn't take anything. But I could have saved myself the hassle.
You could have.
So anyway,
You know.
that's that. But
Very, very
yeah,
confident.
dryers are fun. So anyway, who
Well,
wants
and
to read some
also
of these?
like appliances, they're different. What is available over there versus over here, what models and stuff. So it'd be tough to say.
I always go with
exactly.
just a plain top load or side load.
and that's my
dryer.
too.
You don't need a lot of
the
stuff.
fanciest like Samsung with a TV built in next to the viewer window of the
Yeah.
dryer and the whole thing. Like that stuff's way over the top.
Like even Matt, like he's got the money to spend on some nice
we're
washer and
Matt
dryers.
Mormon for those.
Yeah,
listening.
Matt. But if you go back onto his video on washing, he's got a pair of dryers that he did, and did they're a basic set of dryers.
Yeah.
Washer and dryer. They're not a crazy fancy set where it's crazy. Morgan's getting up. She's got a probably bathroom break. She's drinking a gallon of water
That's
for the
her
new
move.
year every day. So good on her for taking on that challenge of a gallon of water.
I should really change my gallon of coffee a day to a gallon of water.
probably-
That would probably help.
probably make you feel better. Probably lose, you might lose some weight in the deal
yeah,
too, because
yeah.
you're not taking in all the sugar.
It's true.
Or
Well,
you
it's
like your coffee black.
Generally speaking, I don't put much creamer or anything in. I drink it pretty black, so.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Well,
I know I need to do that. Even though Diet Pepsi doesn't have a lot of calories, has 0 calories,
yeah.
I do need to start drinking more water. That's what this is, guys. It's just water with some coloring in it, flavoring.
Yeah, it's not Pepsi or Diet Pepsi.
No, it's just water. So I already had some. All right. So what's that towel in the middle of the table, Matt? It is a Orange Eagle 500
Yeah,
with some Fisherman's Friends on it.
it's true.
New look. Hey, TRC, Alan. What's up, dudes? Yes, we're going to send Anthony a picture that he's missing out on the stroopwafel.
Yes.
We are planning to do a possible podcast with Alan. If we can get him together and we can make it all work. Maybe we'll do what we do, our super podcast when we get in with everybody. Dylan's going to be in town too.
Yeah.
From Rupes. So we'll see if we can get everybody together.
Yeah. No, that's always fun. Pull a few people
Yeah,
aside.
Matt, I bet Anthony would call right away saying, "Are you serious, guys?" He would. Thank you, Matt. Yes. Drop the mic and walk out the door.
Yep.
Man's man, yeah. What are the odds the lint was the same color as the house? Funny, but it was. Because we did pick a color. It was almost a very dark purpley, kind of a warm purple gray. It's kind of a color. So
Is that the color mauve?
kind of, but dark. It was more charcoaly. It was very dark. But yeah, so and it, like I said, it's second story, so it was up quite a ways. So
Yeah.
just looking up, it matched the same color, and it was twilight probably when I was looking at it, which doesn't help. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would definitely paint the picture a little differently. I got those gutter guards, the ones for that's like the
Yeah, put a
mesh
cage over the
net,
top,
cage
yeah.
over that. Gotta be honest, I haven't cleaned my gutters in like 2 years. I should probably do that.
probably all just piled up on top.
And that's the nice thing is I know at least stuff's on top and not in
Yeah.
them.
I
But
need to
it
do that.
Still makes it.
I need to do
trouble.
that myself on the new house. The gutters were kind of cleaned, but I didn't clean them this year before winter.
Yeah.
And Carly was hounding me to do it, and I didn't get it done in time. But then on our second story, I need to climb up there somehow, which
Yeah.
is kind of sketchy.
Because when the snow finally
You
does
get
show
that.
up, it's gonna be it's gonna
Yeah.
plug everything.
I still
up
have a
again.
hole in my roof, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I haven't
about
had that
What's
fixed
going
yet.
on?
I just Christmas and the New Year's came through, and I didn't make any phone calls because I figured it was just going to be too crazy for those 2 weeks
Yeah.
to try and get roofers to come out and do some
Sure.
quotes. So I need to get on that. I'll probably make some phone calls or something today.
Because there's a hole in your roof. So.
Yeah, so I need to get that fixed. I still have a tarp on that side,
Oh.
but it hasn't. Thankfully, it's been dry.
Okay.
You
yeah,
know,
it's true.
we haven't
It's
been
just
leaking or
rained, like
anything.
a little bit, but nothing major. And with a
Yeah.
tarp, you're covered.
Not enough to really make a leak.
At least
so.
you don't have any neighbors who are complaining it's an eyesore. That's usually like
Yeah,
the
well,
first
it's on the
move in a
back of
lot
the house.
neighborhoods. Oh, okay.
So I don't see
Okay.
it. Plus, I don't live in a
HOA.
HOA.
As I was to say,
It's
you
one of
don't
my
li-
number one things is not to live in an HOA.
You don't live in a. Can I speak to the manager?
Screw HOAs, dude.
Neighborhood.
That's the dumbest thing ever. Yes, it makes your neighborhood.
speak to a manager.
Yeah, yes, it makes your neighborhood pretty, but you lose all sense of freedom of property when you have that. And I'm not one of those weird guys that's like, "This is my land." Like, but I am one of those dudes.
my house
but I am one of the-
damn well please.
But I am one of those dudes that's like, no, this is my stuff. I pay for
Yeah.
this. I pay taxes on this.
So you don't want to.
You don't get to tell me that I have to donate another $200 because I can't do something in my your car, you need to hide them. They both need to be in the garage. I'm sorry. I don't need to park all my cars in my garage.
That gets.
I don't want to bring my trash cans in every single day. I don't want to hide them in the garage.
Well, that's why I remember being annoyed when my parents. It was the first house they ever built or had built was in their neighborhood where they live now, and that's been a house there since 2002. It's been there a long time, but when they built there, they were like the only house really where they were, and it was like a rule. The HOA built in this rule where basically you had to have your garage face sideways. It couldn't face the street.
Yeah.
On the street coming into the neighborhood, they allowed that. But as soon as you got into this other part, they're like, oh, these houses are, supposed to be a little more upscale. You're supposed to not have your garage face forward.
Yeah.
Just to the
Face
side.
the street.
So they compromised, and basically what they did was they're like, well, can they really argue with us if we just put it at just enough of an angle that it's more sideways than forward?
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
Yeah.
And that's how they ended up with their weird delta-shaped driveway, because it allowed them to do more space without just having like some blocky out the side like everybody else does. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was-
and there are some
I like
HOAs that are fine.
adjusting
Like my
to the
sister.
rules, but overcoming
Like my sister, when she bought her house, the HOA said the only rule was that you donate, like you paid a monthly fee for like $30 a year, but it was because all the houses backed up to a park, a private park, and that was what the money went to, was to upkeep the park for the year, and that was it. They didn't have any rules on property, on looks, on color, on things like that.
Yeah.
So that was good. My neighborhood is just outside of the Pier Point HOA. Like I'm like 10 houses.
Strategically.
Perfect. So technically I'm part of Pier Point, but I'm not.
Well, when I got my house, I was told there wasn't one, and then there ended up actually being one, but its sole purpose was basically like
road
to have
maintenance.
a yearly meeting and to pay for like well water, and that was about it.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I'll deal.
Yeah, so I'm pretty and that's the thing. Like my dad, I grew up on a house that didn't have an HOA. My dad's house has a lot of cars parked in the driveway.
I was gonna say it's usually a
and
trend.
my dad's
like,
house
I
is
know
a
where we are
lot
now.
of different colors for fun because he likes.
It's
got
the
a
Harlequin
funky,
house.
Yeah,
It's eclectic.
yeah. And so you couldn't have that.
No.
And even our townhouse that we had for 10 years wasn't an HOA, which was pretty rad. So we could pick the color of whatever we wanted to do our
So
unit
it's a
in.
townhouse, but it wasn't. That's interesting because usually townhouses
That was the reason I bought
only,
it. Yeah.
They're only in developments generally.
Yeah. Ours was a fourplex. And so we owned all the property
Okay.
that our unit was on. And I had a side yard and a front yard and all that kind of backyard. But we could do whatever we wanted. There was no HOA.
Okay.
So you could change the color. So that's why we did ours the way we did. And it worked out really well. And that's why I bought that. So anyway,
back to the comments.
Got some stuff. All right. A gallon of water. Dang, girl. Bet she's be in the ladies' room a lot. I don't know. It's her first day doing it. So we'll see what happens.
We'll find out.
Dane, what's your favorite coffee?
My
Matt
favorite
just ordered
coffee?
some Bones.
Some Bones coffee. Oh, man. Well, Bones, I think I've heard of Bones, maybe. I'm trying to remember what's the name of that coffee that, once again, it's like the car people coffee. There's a few of them out there where they're like for the gearhead kind of coffee. And I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. I've been curious about that. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm not somebody who goes to Starbucks. Like
Dane just
I
drinks
hang out
Folgers
at
all day.
Black Rock. That's where I
Okay.
like to get my coffee if I'm getting it on the go.
Okay.
Black Rock is cool. Most of the folks at the windows, every time I go there and order, they're always really, really high. From what I could tell. So I'm like, okay, this is not going to be a super intense conversation. Whereas when I go to Dutch Bros, I feel like I'm being interviewed really intensely for about 5 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
There you go.
It's different strokes for different folks. Some people like that. So anyway.
All right. Fact that will happen. Good work, Alan. All right. So, Dane, traveling to MTE, how much tech should we bring? I will have the trusty G7X. And will a Rode mic be good or too much noise?
You should be able to do the Rode mic on that. I mean, that's the thing is when you look at like how Matt Moorman does his stuff, even though he's got his DSLR set up at home, usually when he's going out to shows and stuff, he just brings his point and shoot with a little mic on it. It's not even anything crazy fancy, but it does a good job, for what he needs. For what we do, it's a little crazy over the top. I bring a lot of stuff that I end up not using anyway, but it's mostly just because I'm one of those guys who I don't like planning too much, but at the same time, I hate finding out I didn't bring something that I should have planned for.
You like being prepared, just not planning.
Right.
Yes.
I like loosey-goosey, but I like having my stuff at an arm's length just in case.
That's like me and the way I dress. I'm always dressed to...
You got your layers.
I'm layered in case I'm stuck outside for a long period of time.
Right.
Like a dog,
Yeah.
or like a cat. Like, oop, crap, I went outside. I'm
Am
not going
I
to be able to
prepared?
get back in for like 7 hours. Like, that's how I dress.
Yeah.
I'm not like Anthony who wears basketball shorts and tank
Dude
tops.
wears shorts everywhere.
Yeah.
Morgan, how many times have you come into work and you just like, here's Anthony wearing shorts,
He
and
does,
what month is it
It
again?
doesn't make sense.
And they're basketball shorts.
Yeah.
They're not like,
And as we all know,
Sweatshirts.
Anthony doesn't play sports. He's terrible at it.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing.
yeah. So he,
I say that with love.
he's not going to do a pickup game across the street.
No.
So yeah, he'll wear that, and then he complains about how cold it is outside when we do go outside. I'm like, but you didn't even dress to do this today.
So you look at Morgan. She's got a rockin' beanie.
Yep.
She's got her camo.
Yep.
She's set.
Yep.
Yep.
All
That's
of
it.
us could survive outside for at least
You
7
got
hours.
your hat, your hoodie. I got my, flannel fleece.
Yeah, exactly.
Dark
So,
mode.
just saying, that's that's the way we like to do it. So always be prepared, like the Boy Scouts. All right, another question, if I may. Your preferred pressure washer at TRC? The one we use here at the store. Jeff, Dane's dad, bought at Costco. It's Subaru.
He basically had it before we did anything with it for the
he brought
business.
it over
so
for us.
It wasn't bought with the business in mind necessarily.
Yeah.
It was just something that worked because he likes having a pressure washer at home. And then he's like, oh, you guys could probably use that at work. So we bring it in. So
We'll probably buy a new one when we
Yeah.
build the new studio.
But it goes to show you, like, people get hung up on, like, oh, I need the fanciest pressure washer. Oh, I need a super cheapy one. It's like, you can do what works, but then you can hone that from there. Like, the Matt Mormons of the world, they absolutely found what works for them, and they want that, and there's a place for that. But it's not for everybody, so there's no reason you have to get mad over somebody having one versus another. It's not, sports teams here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
What else we got?
hey, guys, keep up the great work. Anthony looks great today. Wow. Thanks, Sharuka.
That's me.
Matt, I hate HOAs. Yes. Richard, for commercial or home use? Yeah, that's exactly right on pressure washers. My little, even though Matt poo-poos the Sun Joe, it's been good. I like that little machine. Why pay for someone to do stuff around your house while you can do it yourself? Correct, Hans. That's why I'm handy like that. I can fix lots of stuff. My daughter told me Dad is the best at fixing things, and that is right.
Yeah.
So that's how I roll. Rob, is there any appearance difference between Optibond tire gel and Optimum tire protection coating?
I'm gonna
Not really.
say
They're both shiny. They're both
there's
glossy.
a slight difference. I think, just based on my own personal experience, that TPC was a little shinier,
Yeah.
but only just. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a huge. And once again, like with Optibond, you can layer it to get more shine, or go less and you get more of a like matte-ish finish.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on what you're looking for. But TPC, just based on what I saw, it made it look like new tire when you see it. So.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. We were like $150 a year for communal grass and 2 parks upkeep. See, that's not too bad. Do you guys ever have some Dutch coffee? No, we have a place here called Dutch Brothers. That's the name of the coffee shop. That's it.
He's telling us more.
Oh, Hans has more.
He has the facts.
It was run by a Dutch guy, if I was correct. I'm pretty sure it is, dude, because everything has to do with windmills and the Dutch.
Yeah.
So
if it's not, they're really committed to the whole idea.
yes,
Of it. So
but it is a big company. It's pretty cool.
they used to make stickers called "Drink One for Dane," and relatives and people would always give me those stickers just because they thought it was funny.
I've
So
seen
I
those.
Had
It's
a lot of
great.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Well, I'd be interested in both answers, Richard. Well, Landa makes a good pressure washer. I'll tell you that for commercial use. Bones makes maple bacon coffee. Ooh. I've heard amazing things about Dutch and Turkish coffee. Yeah. I don't drink any coffee, guys, so this would be more Dane. He drinks a lot of coffee.
A lot.
First Dutch Bros was run by a Dutch guy, if I'm correct. Yes, Hans. Matt, some home use would be a Sun Joe, and work use would be a Comet. Yeah, Viking, Comet, any of those. Landa from Northern Tool. By Stallix Dane, better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. That's how I roll. Boom.
Righto, man.
I'm out. We'll see you, Alan, in sunny Orlando.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll record a podcast.
Wait, Morgan's
and
been
stuff,
here?
don't
I have
worry.
not been able to see her. It must be the camo.
Oh, man.
Who?
Yeah, I was sort of right. They're 2 brothers of Dutch descent, Dane and Travis Bursman of 1992. There you go, Hans.
For a second, I thought you said born in 92. I was like, I was born in 89, although that's going to make some people feel
So that might
old
be
right
drink
now.
one for Dane. Maybe
You want to get
maybe
real
something
scared. When
happened
were
to
you
him.
born, Morgan?
1998.
Ah!
That was the year I graduated high school, everybody. So everybody's aware.
Oh, man.
Richard Powell, thanks, guys. Appreciated. Deuce 9119. Do I need to double wash my Eagles that have soaked with bead maker for over a week? Might try it. At least put some
Vinegar?
yeah, distilled
Like
white
distilled
vinegar in.
vinegar.
Be all right.
What else we got?
We don't have a Dutch Brothers here, Matt. Yeah,
I think it's more of a West
more
Coast thing.
Pacific Northwest kind of
Yeah.
thing. Hans, your daughter is right, Levi. She has her on Big Hero. Has her own
She has
on?
her own Big Hero,
Oh yeah, there we go. Thanks, man.
I think.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Well, we're getting close to
Yeah.
we're over an hour. now.
We are?
Yeah,
'cause our timer didn't-
timer
our
didn't
timer
start.
didn't go?
We
Oh,
we
okay.
started at 11:14. It's now
We're at
12:11.
54 minutes.
There we go.
54
So,
according to
yeah,
Tim.
so we're close.
All right.
6 more minutes. So
Nice.
I don't know if anybody's got any more comments down there.
But yeah, no, mostly we're just in prep mode and got to do our thing for the trip. And
Yeah.
sorry, Morgan, you're not coming this time. I know you're going to be
It's
jealous and
okay.
upset. But
I was going to tell Tim, Kenny Welch just texted me about figured out some filming. So if there's anything you can do this week, Tim, with Kenny, that would be appreciative.
You
while
bet
I'm
I'll
gone.
figure something out.
So
there's some cool stuff coming there.
yeah, he wants to get. I know the Hudson is back. It is in paint, and they are assembling it.
It
so
looks good.
if you guys are following either the Shop Journal page or KRS Idaho on Instagram, KRS_Idaho on Instagram, or check them out, Kenny's Rod Shop on Facebook. They have gotten the Hudson back. They've got the Viper motor stuffed in it. They painted it black. The car's black. The block of the engine and the wheels are the coolest bronze, flat bronze I have ever
love
seen.
Bronze. Yeah.
The engine block, the Viper engine block is bronze
Yeah.
with black valve covers. It is a vicious
Where else
color
are you going
combo.
to see bronze Viper
Yeah,
motor? I
and
mean,
they're building that for the president or the CEO of Fox Racing. So,
sweet.
so they're gonna. Fox is building a custom set of shocks for it, designed specifically for the car. And the guy, if you guys remember back in one of the first episodes of the Shop Journal, as Kenny was explaining it, the guy wants to be able to take this car with all his buddies who have Ferraris
Exotics,
and Porsches
yeah.
and do some mountain runs.
yeah, he wants a car that doesn't
But
look
he wants
like
to
it could
do
hang.
it. He wants to do it
but
in
it can.
in a 50s Hudson
That's a baller move right
lead
there.
sled with a Viper V10 stuffed in it,
So cool.
and
Go.
a bunch of C7 Corvette stuff.
Yeah,
running gear
it's
and
interesting how they made it all that together. I gotta say, guys, if you haven't watched it, go check out the Shop Journal.
This car's gonna be
That's the
pretty
series that Tim and Levi worked together on and gotten a ton of cool stuff. And it really, really is interesting if you're into that kind of build stuff without all the fake drama stuff. It's basically just real, what's going on.
Well, and one of the cool things is, they're just dudes. They're literally just making stuff.
yeah,
It's
so
cool.
if you're fascinated by that, go check it out. Can't
Yeah.
go wrong. And they're all like 10-minute episodes. It's not a huge time
exactly.
investment. So
So check those out. They're on the Rag Company channel.
Yeah.
And
just type in the Shop Journal, or you know what also is good if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/the Shop Journal, and you'll be able to see all the updates that happen outside
Yep.
of the videos. You'll also see what Kenny's up to, all that stuff.
yeah,
And
so
Levi runs that, so
I'm
he
a little
takes
slower
care of
on it because it only happens when I get over there. So apologize on the Instagram part, but we're working on it. So that's our next goal is get that.
Oh,
that
and there's
one
an
up and
Insta
running.
too.
Yeah, the
for that matter.
Instagram is the Shop Journal
underscore.
_.
Right.
So,
Somebody else beat it too.
but yeah. So, all right, Matt, we got Tim Hortons though. No, it works. Salvador, would Beadmaker be better? Tom calling me. Would Beadmaker be better on a naked surface than a surface that has been polished with HD Speed? Yes, a naked surface. HD Speed leaves a lot of fillers. I mean, it is full chock-a-block full of fillers.
Yeah, that one's like an all-in-one.
Yeah.
So
Naked but works over anything, just won't last as long. Correct, Matt. Sharuka, why is the Mink such a good towel that I always have to buy more, even if they keep on working as new after washing them? I have lots of them and just love them. I don't know.
I think
I'm glad you like the Minks.
the best part about the Minks is the way it feels. Like
Yeah.
they feel softer than virtually any other towel.
Yeah.
Just
Matt, that
does.
sounds like a death trap. Dude, the machine that they are building, that thing's going to be insane, but I guarantee you
It's the best built death
it's going to
trap.
be a gorgeous death trap.
Yeah.
That car, man, dude, they've got some stuff. It's pretty wild. So they're going to be putting, that is going to be in the Fox Shocks booth at SEMA next year.
Yeah.
So those of you going to SEMA, you can go check out the car there and see it. I think that's why they're going to try and launch it there. So.
By the way, the car in our SEMA booth this last year
was the Kenny's Rod Shop built
Yeah.
car.
just in case you're wondering, thing is gorgeous.
And the car we're going to have next year in our booth is insane.
I
We're
mean, they got
talking,
it on the show.
it's the Mustang Fastback, 67 Mustang Fastback that they're building with electric steering.
It's
A
got
1,000
all the
horsepower
right-
Cobra jet, supercharged Cobra
Yeah.
jet,
It's sick.
Custom chassis.
fully custom built tube chassis.
Yeah.
This car is insane. 24-inch tall tires on the back that are like 12 inches wide. I mean, they're massive tires.
Beastly, yeah.
So this car's going to be insane as well. So that'll be cool. We'll have that on ours as well.
I
But
think
you
that's
can see the
foreign to
build
Morgan.
this year.
She doesn't understand sidewall.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's pretty wild. So anyway, that's that. Hans, have fun at MTE. I'll be waiting here for all the cool videos. Of course, man. I bet it'd be really cool to walk around in that shop. Bet you see some crazy stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
The place is great. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. E-Grizzle Minx Wash Mitt, anyone? That's an idea. We never thought about that. Hans, I know you're paying. I have that with some other towels. I wanted to order full box towels. Then my bank account will be deep in the red. That is correct.
I feel that.
That would be awesome for rinseless washings. That is an idea. Maybe we can figure out a way to make the Minx into like a wash mitt or a pad or
I
something.
kind of like that idea.
That is a good idea. Maybe we make a chameleon Minx.
Ooh.
What do you think about that? That'd be
You
something.
make like
look at that. Look at
an
this. Look what
ultra
happens
Minx.
live.
Oh my God! Look what
Crazy
you guys
ideas
did.
start popping
What?
into our heads. So
No commitment here, but hey, you never know.
Yeah.
That idea could spark something.
yeah. So anyway, cool. Well,
It's been
that's about
fun.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. We thought we'd try something different.
Yeah. And I really like this because then you guys can be involved with it when it's happening.
Morgan will be thinking about you while we are
Yes.
having fun at Disney World.
Yep, definitely.
Without
I'll
you.
hear crying.
Sorry, buddy. But as far as like all this live stuff goes, I think we want to do this again. I like
good.
this, and I think if I give people a chance, like a heads up, knowing it's coming, maybe
Hans
it'll
is gonna make one.
it's
Do it.
just gonna sew them together. You know what? Go ahead, do that. See how it works for you. We'll talk. But yeah, no, thanks so much, guys, for listening, for watching here on the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. I know we got 2 channels, so I always want to make sure I'm clear about that for people. The audio version of this, obviously, we got to wait for YouTube to process this because then we take that and we strip the audio from it and we make the podcast out of it.
Yeah.
So that's how this one's going to work. And probably going forward, that's how it's going to work. So thank you so much for joining.
Yep.
I will notify everybody the next time we do this. Give them a little heads up so that you guys have a chance to bring your questions into the comments and just watch along. So it's not like, sprung it on you, because this was kind of a random surprise. So
Yeah.
any rate, guys.
Matt, saw your question down there. Maybe. You never know. See what happens this year with more merch stuff. So
I know we're like, really selective on the merch stuff. We don't want to overload it, but at the same time, it's tempting. You see designs and you get excited.
all right, guys. Well, have fun. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, all that good stuff.
Leave a review
Subscribe.
on iTunes. Oh, I haven't said this yet in any of the podcasts, but we're on Spotify now. I had a lot of people ask me about that, so I tried to share it around to let everybody know. But
that's a big deal.
We were on Spotify, and you know what? It's funny. Just a quick story about Spotify. The first time did Spotify trying to get us on there, it was like a whole weird loosey-goosey process where you had to email somebody, and then they would determine if anything happened or not. It's like, oh. But then somebody asked a month ago or something. That was like a year ago when I tried that. Then a week ago, somebody's like, why aren't you guys on Spotify? Yeah, Matt and Jimbo and all these guys are on there. I'm like, they're on there. I sent an email a year ago, never heard back. I was like, I guess we were smaller then or something. I went and checked. They created a whole new system where you literally just oh, you got a podcast? Here, give us your RSS feed. Okay, super sweet, bro. It's in there. You're good. I'm like, it's that easy now? Are you kidding me?
So we're on there.
So, yeah,
now you can
inside
listen.
baseball
There's
for you. And
no way not to listen to
all
us.
of the episodes are there. So
Nice.
everything is there.
Even better.
Yeah. Guys,
Cool.
thank you again. I really appreciate it, and we'll do this again later.
See ya.
Adios.